See how this goes. Well, put the mic down close to our mouth. Seems like a good place for it to be. Let us finish this Modern League. Okay, so quick recap. We are currently 1-2, I believe. Yeah, we are currently 1-2. We've lost to Shadow twice, which doesn't feel great. We kind of got variance out of both games. I made a small misplay the last match, which probably cost us. Well, we lost anyway, so it did not cost us the game, but it was a significant misplay. But we ate dinner, came back, we got the right attitude, we are ready to run it back and get a win. Or two. If we can get 2 wins, then we break even again, which feels alright. See how it goes. Oh. Get it. Join in the match. Let's see how it goes. Spell Snare Once Upon a Time. This is a good hand. Remember, it's 2 lands because you have a Once Upon a Time. Okay, so they're gone to play. Okay, well, we definitely have a hand that can beat Burn. Okay, well, let's Once Upon a Time. Get a Flooded Strand. I'll pass the turn. Nope. Kadok. Got a Rift Vault. Fire it upstairs, I'm assuming. That the Magic Online images will load eventually. They're just being Magic Online images. As they do. Skewer, okay. Okay, well, we're fetch shocking here. Doesn't feel good, obviously. But it's sort of just a necessary evil here. So we can get this Mandrills down. But we get to get Mandrills down and hold up Spell Snare, which feels pretty good. They're less likely to be able to kill us. We just, there we go. Wait, we're getting images on these cards. Awesome. Okay, we're at 8. They have 3 cards in hand. Obviously not ideal, but beggars can't be choosers. Play the Mandrills. Green, pass. And we'll just see what they have. Hopefully they tap out for an Eidolon. That would be best case scenario. Worst case, they pass the turn. That's not even worst case. I'll Spell Snare this, because this is 3 damage to us. And we don't have an infinite number of Spell Snare targets. So, and we possibly stranded that Skewer the Critics or something in their hand. So now we get to go to combat. Swing for 4. And then this is the beginning of the end for them. They either another Spell Snare. I think I'd rather find a land. Sure. Pass the turn. Not the land I wanted, obviously, but whatever. Again, we're just looking for them to cast 2 drops for us to Spell Snare. Look at that. Our opponent's just being Absolute gentleman. Just throwing all the 2-drops into our spell snares. For 4. Okay, we'll cast an Opt. Bottom. Just cast Tooting Mandrills. We just up the clock on them. That will pass the turn. They could bolt us 3 times here. That's good. But it's unlikely they have it. Okay, Boar's Charm's a very good start for them. Boar's Charm Skewer put me to 1. You. Okay, they have no cards in hand. Okay, well, we gotta go to combat. Hit him for 8. Okay, find a Mana Leak. Or Spell Pierce. Ladies and gentlemen, hold your applause. Yes, we are that good at Magic the Gathering. Oh my god. Not even close. Okay, there we go. It feels good. It feels good. Okay, so let's not get too cocky. We're on the draw again against Spurn. This is very much a play draw matchup. So we get the snags because they're just lackluster, and then we'll trim 2 ops, and we will try it like that. Seems alright. Submit. Even if we do go to game 3, that means that we get to be on the play, so feels good. The Huntmaster sorted above Hooting Mandrills. It's fairly inaccurate. Okay, let's see if we get another reasonable hand. They also had no prowess creatures that game. They're aggressive 1-drops. This hand is not worth it. If we had red mana, it would be really good. This is kind of the hand we had last game. I like it. Keep probably just bottoming a Spell Pierce or Scooze. Spell Pierce or Scooze, really? I think it's probably Spell Pierce. I think Scooze just does too much for us. Okay, they have a Goblin Guide. Land? Ooh. Okay, okay. And another land. Interesting. Well, we can shock, fetch forest, fetch steam vents. That could be our plan here. Let's do that. Let's play this. We'll just pass the turn. Make them play around Spell Snare if they have Eidolon. Yikes. Yeah. Maybe they're stuck on 1 land though. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Land. Land. Holy tamale. Yeah, okay, well, we're taking 4 though. Okay, we'll take anything but a land. Snapcaster's fine. Oops, Thought Scour me. This is some unprecedented stuff. I have 10 cards in my hand. Let's go to 11. Get a forest. Play a mandrills. Pass the turn, discard Flooded Strand Island. Because this gets us red mana. We can discard Opt. This is just a bizarre game. I mean, Hexdrinker's a little clunky too, right? Now they're discouraged to attack, and they've got... And then binning Hexdrinker also lets us gain more life off of Scavenging Ooze. The big issue, though, is that they both compete for mana sinks. Gidok. Draw some more cards. Got Holy Tamale. Oh, I just had to say something in chat. This is some next level stuff. We're definitely blocking. They're probably gonna bolt our... Oh, they're Searing Blazing. Riftvault. Oh, okay. They don't have anything. Riftvault X2. Okay, well, I'm gonna opt. Bottom. What is happening? We have 10 cards in our hand again. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna swing for 4, play a Skewz. Okay, I think we're swinging for 4. And I think we're going to play a Skewz. But it's possible we don't play the Skewz here. And we just play... I think we play Skewz. Yeah, and then we just pass. Okay, we have 8 cards in our hand. I'd like to get rid of a Flooded Strand, because we have a Steam Vents now. They're probably firing both of these at us, which is why playing the Skewz is just a good idea. Yep. Riftvault 1 resolves. Yep. They have 4 cards in the hand. If they have 2 bolt effects, we're just dead. We're just dead to anything. We... Yeah, we just take the trade. That doesn't feel good. Definitely put ourselves in a tricky situation. Let's hit him for 4. That's the easy part. I'm gonna play Tapland to hold up Snap Pierce, or we could play a Delver. I think I like playing the Tapland. This lets us play a Huntmaster next turn if we draw one. Opponent clearly didn't have 2 1-mana spells last turn. So... Eidolon. Let's cast the Snapcaster, because it's not doing us much good otherwise. Let's target opt. Nope! Fudge. So we definitely misplayed on the opt, and by misplayed I mean I just misclicked. Okay, let's let this resolve. Bold them. Maybe they mess it up. Okay, they got us. Yikes. Okay, run it back, run the play. Should be pretty good. Close game, close game. If we attack with Snapcaster there, I don't think we're winning that game. Because then they can just attack us with Eidolon, and then make it so that we can't cast any spells. And then they just play a single spell and we lose. Play first. I'd like to play first. Can this hand beat our opponent's deck? Yes. We curve Delver, get a blocker, and then play this guy later. Seems alright. Kind of like leading the Hexdrinker here. Because he's a nice chonky threat for our opponent to fight there. Big Chuggus threat. Okay, then we're probably just going Delver, Tapland, pass. And then we can put 4 cards in our graveyard. This is probably fetching basic island. Eidolon, okay. No, I would not like to reveal that. Would I like to mill it though? No, probably not. I think we just level up our Hexdrinker now while we can. Oh, hit him for 4. Would you like to block with your Eidolon? Take 2, down to 14. We put our opponents in a tough situation at this point, because then they just lose to our Hexdrinker. Yeah. I mean, this isn't netting them very much damage. They have 2 cards left. Like, we flip Delver here and they just lose, right? Yeah. That really do be how it do. Hit him. You go to 4. Nope. level. Level. Us. Do they crack their Sunbait Canyon? Hit you for 2. Now they can't cast spells. I think this game. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sweet. Brings us to 2 and 2. We got one more match, and we'll wrap it up for the evening. I'll just talk about all our deck choices and stuff. But yeah, that's a stimulating match. I really like the burn matchup. Like, you're definitely prone to making a lot of errors because there's a lot of things that matter. It's a match where you're playing with a lot of different resources, including your own life total. And then sometimes your opponent just jams an Eidolon and then loses because they jammed their Eidolon, but they didn't really have a choice other than to jam it. It's a card that's very, very polarizing in the matchup. Which is something I, of course, am just not a fan of. I really like cards that are not polarizing. And I mean, of course, everybody likes those, but cards like Eidolon are generally much better than they are worse. Join match. Okay, match 5. Match 5. Who else is in the 2 and 2 bracket? I would love to play first. That's a good sign. Speaking of good signs, look at this juicy hand. If we lose this hand, I'm going to be very sad. Interaction, plenty of threats, 2 lands. Once Upon a Time's absurd. We get to run essentially 20 lands in our deck, which feels very, very good. Cast without paying its mana cost, because we're just that cool. Gonna get our second land. Untapped. Pass the turn. Next turn we get to play Hexdrinker, hold up Spell Pierce. And they don't have a turn 1 play. This could be Eldrazi-tron, but we have the Spell Pierce for their turn 2 shenanigans. Okay, we're gonna be playing second Delver here. Should have played that second main. They have Dismember. I think that means that we're countering that. Spell Pierce doesn't have a whole lot of great targets, and this is going to be a pretty formidable clock. Okay, hit him for 1. They go to 15. Sweet. And of course, Dismember helping our clock out a little bit. Get our Delvers to flip next turn, and we're in a pretty good spot. Yep, they're on Eldrazi-tron. We got the turn 2 Chalice. No, okay. And it's exiled, that's annoying. Okay. We still have a threat, which is good. Draw for turn, begin combat. So if they had Chalice, I think they would jam it there. So we're not going to jam this Hexdrinker. We're just going to play Hooting Mantrels. And then we'll play Hexdrinker next turn. They're probably going to play Thought-Knot Seer this turn. And I think I just like having Hooting Mantrels, because he's just a 4/4 for essentially no other cost, which feels good. So Thought-Knot. Yep. They can take their Hexdrinker, they can take their Lightning Bolt. And then we get to attack. They're forced onto the defensive. Yep, to take that guy. Sounds good. Okey-doke. Top card. Top card. No. Yeah, well, we're swinging for 4. Opponent trades. Okay. Get to draw a card. Play a Delver. Pass the turn. Okey-doke. So now our opponent's board is clear. We have a bolt in hand. Thought-Knot Seer. And we're gonna bolt them. They get to take our Hooting Ventrals, but we weren't gonna cast it anyways. It's fine. Delver should be flipping this turn. If they don't, I'll be disappointed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hit it for 6 in the air. And we just pass the turn. They're probably just dead on the backswing. We'll see. It's possible they drew more removal, but yeah. Let's begin sideboarding. I think Damping Sphere's fine here. I don't think it's great. I think it's fine. I think Huntmaster's also fine here. This playing Huntmaster lets us get around Chalice, which is good. I think Grudge is fine also, specifically for Chalice, and then Disdainful Stroke, because a lot of their threats cost a lot of mana. I think cards that aren't good. Spellslinger is very medium. Spell Pierce is very medium. And also Burst Lightning is pretty medium. I think out of all of these, Spell Snare or Spell Pierce are probably the best, because they snag Chalice, which is pretty good. I think we're gonna go with Spell Pierce because it also hits Warping Whale. We could have also brought in Scavenge Goose. That'd be pretty reasonable. I don't like playing against Eldrazi Tron. There's still a very good chance we can lose this match, so we gotta keep our head up on this one. Okay, I don't think our opponent can really beat Hexdrinker into Hexdrinker. Their deck just is not fast and does not really have the tools to beat it. So I think we're just keeping. As it's not like we have great hate for their strategy anyways. Expedition map, okay. It's possible they also just have a slow start. Okay, we can play Delver on turn 1, that works too. Yeah, we're gonna go Delver on 1. We can actually play double Hexdrinker next turn too. That was the only reason I hesitated, because we have a lot of green mana in hand, but that means we could just Layer Boy Hexdrinkers. Then the other issue is if they Chalice on 1 now, then we're left and we can't play either of our Hexdrinkers. But I think this is just a Thought-Knot. Nope, okay. Well, now we're looking kind of silly. Hopefully this guy flips. No, not exactly what we were looking for. Okay, let's go to combat. Swing for 1. We're just going to pass the turn. We're going to flash in Snapcaster if they don't play anything. They might have just kept the hand on back of Chalice. But they're probably just going to Reality Smasher us, knowing our luck. Yikes. Yeah, they got it. Time for the beats. Hit it for 2. They have a Reality Smasher. Yeah, swing for 5, put us to 15. Then we get to play a Hooting Ranchers. So let's cast this off, because this puts us to 2 cards in our graveyard, so we guarantee to get to play this Mentrals next turn. Sweet. Go to combat, hit it for 2. Play our Mandrills. Pass the turn. We're still in a position to win through Chalice, which is good. They can assemble Tron next turn if they wanted to. It's possible they just play something dumb. Yeah, like a second Reality Smasher. That would definitely qualify as something dumb. Put us to 4. Okay. Oh, there's a Huntmaster. We don't have any red mana though. So I think we could take a look at what the top card of our library is. But I think we're going to the next game. Yeah, because we block. You can block 5 points of damage and then take 5. Doesn't seem like we're winning that. Okay, well, let's take the play this game. I do strongly dislike this matchup. There just aren't enough creatures for Skooz to be good here, I don't think. So we're going to try it again. Okay, Etron. Eric loves playing against big mana. It's actually my personal passion. It's playing against big mana decks all the time. I had a conference with Wizards of the Coast, and they're like, Eric, which decks do you want to see more in Modern? And okay, let's see. Would you like to play first? Yes. Would I like to unkeep this hand? No, I think this is fine. You get a Steam Vents off of this. And by Steam Vents, I mean any blue fetch. Ooh. Oh, we actually whiffed. That's awkward. That's super awkward. Okay, well now we're in a lot of trouble. This is pretty much the end of our record if we don't draw a land next turn. No land in the top 5. That's about 10% to happen. Which is not very high when you think about it. Normally, thinking about Once Upon a Time like it's a land. So a fairly safe bet. We're going to hit him for 2. They're going to dismember. Yikes. Oh my god. Our opponent just has it all, don't they? And we whiffed on the Once Upon a Time. Essentially. And they've got Chalice. I don't even know. We get the Ancient Grudge. Again, we just need to draw a land very, very soon. Very, very soon. Oh my god, this is just a tragedy. Thought-Knot Seer. take my Ancient Grudge, and then I'll concede. They're just not okay. Okay, we got another turn. Oh my god. What is this? Spell Pierce. Next one to go is Opt. Reality Smasher. Yep. That's fine, that's beatable. You just need to start drawing stuff. This is such a sad way to go out. I hate Eldrazi Tron so much. I also hate variants. There we go. There's our guy. Okay, we gotta pass, grudge, untap, Delver? I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it. I mean, we untap, we draw a land. We get to play 2 Delvers. Like, that's stocks right there. Okay. Okay, well, let's grudge this. If they have a counter spell for this somehow, I'll be very sad. Okay. Untap. Draw for turn. Okay, well, let's go for the high upside play of opting first. Bottom. What is... Why? Oh! This is just vile. That was an absolutely atrocious game. And then we lost so much EV for losing that too. Okay, well, let's talk about the deck. So what did we have here? What did we like? What did we not like? Where did our losses come from? What can we do to improve? Okay, so let's start with our matchups. So we played 5 rounds. 2 of our rounds we played against Shadow variants, blue-black Shadow variants. We played against Sultine Grixis. We played against Greentron. We played against Burn, and we played against Eldrazi Tron. So out of all the matches, we won 2 out of 3. So we beat Burn, and we beat Tron, Greentron, but we lost to Eldrazi Tron and both Shadow decks. All super close. All of our matches were very close. So as for changing the deck or talking about individual cards, let's start with some of the odd inclusions. So we're still rocking the 1 CMC counters. I thought they felt really great, especially in the Shadow matches. I actually felt like we were in a pretty reasonable spot in all of those games, and our opponent just top decked really well, and we just kind of blanked on the key turns. They also drew Veil of Summer, which is a card that our deck is just very soft to. So that was that. Also, Once Upon a Time, it is essentially a land which feels very good in our deck, but sometimes you do end up whiffing, like we did in that last game, which feels atrocious because you keep a hand on the contingency that Once Upon a Time is going to be another land, and there are times where you do get punished. I think it's still the statistically correct play to keep those hands, especially when they're as powerful as that last hand that we kept. So yeah, that was that. As for the threat base, I think Hextrigger always feels fine. You know, like, it's not the most exciting card in Magic, but it felt very good to be able to have 8 1-drops and then be able to find maybe one more or so with Once Upon a Time. So that was good. I think Op felt fine. I don't think I really miss Serum Visions. I think Serum Visions is alright in this shell, but I really enjoyed having no sorceries, only instants, which just feels wonderful. But yeah, so that's the deck. Thanks for watching. See you guys around.